Hello, I'm Michael Wardall with Trophy Properties and Auction. Today we're in Gasconade County getting ready to tour 130 acres of recreational property. And as we go through this tour, you're going to see a variety of habitat options from open white oak forest, select cut timber, cedar bedding areas, and wide open fields. You're also going to see a variety of food options from browsy thorny areas, white oak acorns, and nearby agricultural situations with corn, soybeans, and things of that nature. You're going to see a couple of water options from two naturally occurring ponds, a couple of streams on the property. So it's really a neat setup that's been managed by not only this property owner, but about 1,000 acres of the surrounding land. It's all been managed to produce trophy whitetails. As you look at this listing, go through the video, and look at the photos with the listing, you're going to see this produces tremendous trophy whitetails. From the trail camera videos to the harvest of last year, it's really a neat situation. Not to mention it has amazing turkey sign. Haven't been able to get out and catch the birds on camera yet, but we've seen a lot of sign, shows a lot of promise for this turkey season. So join us as we take a look at this trophy property. All right, our first stop on the tour of the property is about 200 yards from the front gate. It's a little ridge that runs down into the creek basin that we'll take a look at in a minute. But it's a nice travel corridor between some brushy area in the road, and on the other side we have an open field that's a great setup for a food plot. In here you'll see quite a bit of sign for the deer, from eating white oak acorns to foraging on the thorns and brushy timber that's in here. It's a neat little setup, and they pretty much have to walk right by you within bow range, as you'll see the lean-to stand here in just a moment that the property owner has set up. Well, as you'll see here in just a minute, turkey aren't exactly easy to sneak up on. Well, I thought it was my issue. You'll see in a minute that we didn't get a lot of footage of the turkey we saw here on the property. That bobcat came through and spooked them before we could slip down there and get them on camera. But we got a little bit. You'll see that here in just a minute, as well as the bobcat that came through and spooked everything for us. Don't know how well we can get these birds on film, but as you can see in the distance, we've got a pretty good group of turkey. See if I can slip around and get a better view of these jokers. I'm a couple hundred yards away at the moment. And there should be enough timber in between me and the birds to slip in there on them. But as you can see, I'm sitting in a stand for the property owner who's cleared this open area. It was an entire cedar field that they've cleared out, done a significant amount of dozer work. It really sets up nicely for a green field and maybe some CRP land with some natural grasses to create bedding areas and things of that nature. So a neat little setup, great view here. Probably see about 300 yards across the field. Here behind me is another angle of the cleared out cedar field. Like I said, it's a great setup for food plots. You come in and you spread a little bit of lime to get rid of some of the acidity in the soil that cedar trees tend to leave. And you've got great food plots, CRP area, whether you want to come in and plant natural grasses or something of that nature. It's a really neat setup. And as you can see, there's a lot of turkey sign, a lot of deer sign. It's a really neat property. Here we are in the back corner field. You can see the pond down at the bottom. It's a little naturally occurring pond. Good water source for the wildlife. But you can see those cedar trees here in just a second. They're pretty thick. I tried to walk through there, and it's a challenge, but it's a great bedding area and good habitat. Here we are on this creek basin in the central part of the property, a couple hundred yards away from the back property line. You'll see it's a nice travel corridor. Got this creek bed here, lots of deer sign, turkey sign. When you look across the way there, you'll see the brush tops of some select cut trees as they've come in and select cut the property over the last couple of years, and really makes for a nice secluded travel corridor. There's plenty of food, water during certain times of the year, and really a nice little spot. Here we are a little farther up the creek basin, a little bit closer to where it actually begins. I'm sitting in a stand the property owner has put up, and you can easily see the select cut timber and the brush tops that are left here. It's highly visible. You can see for probably 150 yards in here. So during rifle season, this is a pretty neat spot. But also, if you'll notice down here at the bottom, it's pretty wide open. A great spot during bow season. Looks like they walk right under you here from the looks of the deer sign, the rubs and scrapes. But it follows a little ditch right down through here. The logging road comes right into the stand, so it ought to be easy, quiet access into this spot. It's really a neat little location. Well, here we are back at the front gate to wrap things up. You'll see that there's another field that's been cleared with cedar trees. It's been cleared to be a great site for a cabin, a residence, things of that nature. But it's very accessible. But as you can see after the tour of the property, this has a lot to offer, from open fields, wooded areas, lots of food, water, abundant wildlife. I mean, we saw turkey and bobcats today, as well as a bunch of deer sign. So it's a great property. Once again, it's just over an hour outside of St. Louis in Gasconade County. If you'd like to learn more, give me a call. Love to show you this trophy property.